Apparently, we should just schedule him. What?
Does he play Lincoln PM too? I think he does.
He might.
He might. I don't know.
Just
We're getting right into this one, though.
He played Lincoln PM as well? Huh, cool. So we have
his run has been all Roy so far. It's a Roy in Losers Finals and Roy in Grand Finals. Welcome to PM.
Welcome to PM. We have PowPow on a probably a little bit devastated after losing the quads against Loaf. And Loaf's Donkey Kong is nothing to mess with.
Mr. Loaf_Kong as his recent change in Twitter handle. This matchup is playing out as you would expect. Sonic can make it really difficult for DK to land, but DK needs to win neutral anywhere from 2 to 4 times, depending on how much rage he has.
And if you ever want to watch some Loaf's Donkey Kong do something great, if you go back to the most recent Minnesota Arcadian, he has a clip on Steven Shark in, I think, Winners Finals that was just so clean. Start with like a back air at 40 and ended in death.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Okay, it's okay.
He only needed one.
Shake it out.
How about after that game with Qual, or that set with Quaz, we'll take this for sure.
You gotta think he's playing angry.
And these two are playing for top 8, so.
Yeah. I can't think of any events that PowPow has been here that he hasn't made top 8.
No. PowPow is
in this
very, very consistent in our state.
See if Loaf can be the one to break that.
Oh.
Sometimes less is more when you're anticipating Sonic's movement.
And PowPow's been really good about if he's going to land somewhat unsafely with an aerial, he's made it very ambiguous which side of you he's going to land on.
Ooh, I like that through the platform.
Oh, good air dodge by Loaf. I thought that was going to be the end. Great
just
spot
a hair
dodge.
too early on the grab.
Oh, and PowPow's just
smash though.
Running a clinic right now. How do you not lose to a grappler? Don't let them touch you.
Okay. I mean, PowPow has no reason to approach right now.
I'm for some reason super here for the cross-stage ground slap, the down B from Donkey Kong.
Ooh. Doubly bad there for Loaf, missing the trump and the up tilt on the wake up.
Getting that back air in center stage, not enough to kill this heavy monkey.
He's gonna have to armor through something.
Is he gonna make me watch Sonic's up tilt kill twice in one day? PowPow, come on. That being said, I mean, it's still just PowPow's to lose.
Yeah.
Up throw will take it. And this is the kind of situation where, like, obviously Loaf lost to stock real early because he SD'd.
Yeah.
But he's a man with so many characters that are all very good, and I'm not sure Wit has its best matchup with Sonic because he's got a Wario, a Pit, Donkey Kong, technically also Kirby, though that hasn't come out in a while.
Yeah.
I think just going to stick with Donkey Kong.
I would think like the Pit Dark Pit combo would work really well here, but he does seem like he's been more dedicated to DK than a lot of other characters lately.
It has definitely been coming out more and more.
Sometimes it's just how you feel on a given day when you play multiple characters like that.
And what PowPow's doing so well is he's not approaching unless Loaf is already doing something. If Loaf's waiting there trying to bait, you know, a pivot grab or something, he's happy to just sit and spin dash cancel.
When it's like when PowPow does commit to an option, Loaf isn't punishing him for it. It's almost like he's playing scared.
With the up B on stage, just trying to get some invincibility and get his stage presence back.
He had one for the briefest of moments.
And PowPow's actually going deep for these edge guards.
Yeah. I mean, like, with how this set's going, why wouldn't you?
That's fair. Especially because, I mean, there's no reason for him right now not to be confident that he's going to win in neutral. He's won almost every neutral exchange that they've had. Because he's waiting for Donkey Kong to commit something that he can punish, and Sonic can punish a lot.
Because Sonic runs so fast, he can punish, you know, if he keeps himself at a certain distance. Like, there's like a sweet spot like right outside of DK's range.
And that was just so pretty. I always love watching those kind of kills. Like, whenever I get hit by them, they feel a little cheesy, but it looks so pretty. The up air into spring up air.
And see, like, even though Loaf got some damage there, like, that could have been a really bad position to be in.
And we have yet to see Loaf take a stock from PowPow.
Has he even grabbed him once so far?
I do not think so.
I don't think he has.
So apparently, PowPow's also running a clinic on how not to get grabbed.
Catch it, like, ooh, yeah, I love that mix-up so much. It's like my favorite. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah. That was
so very, very pretty. That was so very pretty.
This stuff I can only dream of doing.
Ugh. And now we have Loaf actually down 4 stocks to 0 in this set.
You've got to
PowPow
switch. You gotta switch
mad
back.
about that left. Ooh, lost to Quaz. You're going to say he's got to switch to
Mad.
Bit?
I would hope so. It's just not going very well. Like, at least in my eyes, like, there's very few redeeming qualities that, you know, Loaf can take away from how these 2 games have gone.
Yeah, and you really have to figure out what am I doing wrong, and it's mostly that you can't get in, and you're down, so you have to get in. You don't have the choice of standing there and letting him come to you, and I don't know what Donkey Kong's going to do differently to change that.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay.
And
See, this is something that, you know, both Loaf and Lucky, they don't mind playing Sonic on FD. Because I think they seem to have a confidence that they can trap his landings.
And that is the one thing you can definitely punish on Sonic is his landings, especially after like a spring.
But the problem is, like, Loaf, that's his first grab in 3 games. Or, you know, 2 in whatever games.
And he took almost all of his percent from like 1 disadvantage because he couldn't land. Grapplers are very interesting in that, like, you only need those few neutral breaks, but you can also be held in disadvantage for a very long time.
Yep, and that's how Sonic's going to lose this matchup, is when he gets grabbed at like 60, he's dead. And I think he has a pretty large ding-dong window.
And I actually do think that because of that, I'm going to disagree with you that the FD pick is pretty good because PowPow was using platforms and other ways to get around grabs, make things...
Ooh, and that was such a good edge guard from PowPow, too.
Yeah. Make things ambiguous, and now Loaf can catch him every time he's spent all of his resources, in theory.
Yeah, just take that.
Ooh, I think Loaf might have been going for a spike read there, but we have even percents and a stock taken by Loaf for the first time this set. Something is going different.
I'm surprised he went in with dash attack there. That's such a risky move. Sonic and Shield grab that so easily.
Just barely misspacing the pivot grab so that he also got hit.
And the thing is, like, once PowPow goes through Loaf's shield, oh, is he dead?
Just out of the percent or just a barely miss input from Loaf. Giving PowPow breath of life, which is terrifying because he still won most of the neutral actions, even this game.
Oh, the down air, though. Oh.
And another spring. PowPow really making sure he's not getting grabbed, but he is out of the ding-dong window. Instead, like, DK's back throw starts to kill right about now.
Oh, there it is.
Wow, just does it.
Actually catches a landing.
And that was a good option because it also covered, like, if he landed and rolled immediately.
Well, like, one thing that was that's been going unpunished by Loaf this whole set is Sonic can just jump through your shield. And I tend to think that a lot of players kind of get their own patterns going on when they do that. Like, if they're doing it with spin dash or spin charge, the 2 behave a little differently on shield. And I think it's really important when you're playing against the character to know the difference between the 2. And it really has to do with, like, how they start.
So we have Smashville and dash attack. I don't think that was optimal punish, at least not for percent, but does get him stage control already.
I can't wait for Ultimate's Sonic's dash attack. Ugh.
Man, and Loaf just barely evading these spin dashes, like rolling out and getting perfect shield, then with an aerial punish.
Ooh, and Loaf's movement to me seems a lot better in this game than it has been.
Not only that, but I feel like Loaf's in more control of just the neutral in general.
Yeah.
Partially because of the movement, but I think PowPow might also be a tiny bit shook about that last set.
Is he dead? He's dead.
Oh!
And that, like, don't get grabbed. That's what this matchup is. Press your advantage and don't get grabbed if you're Sonic.
Got to keep these two in disadvantage. The heavy grapplers, they definitely struggle to land. If you can keep them up, you've got.
Oh, again!
No!
2 in a row and. Oh, jeez!
Loaf is playing out of his mind right now.
I'm even like noticing something in the player cam. Like PowPow doesn't seem as like. I feel like there's a slight look of doubt, where before it's like very fierce and focused.
And maybe frustrated. Like this has been a very big change from the first 2 games. He is, what, a few percent in a grab away from losing game 4? Oh! Or maybe just a neutral B. Wow.
And that's something that was going unpunished the first 2 games. Like if you're any grappler, if you're like spin dashing from a screen away, or any character in general, like that should be a free punish.
Yeah. And then.
And it's so easy to do that when you feel like you're behind or you feel like you need to make something happen.
And now we once again see PowPow taking a bit longer between games. He knows that those past 2 games did not go his way. It's not like it was close and he blew it. That last one was just all Loaf, and you can't have that going into game 5.
And I questioned Loaf earlier. I needed to stop questioning when people pick certain characters. When Loaf picked Donkey Kong in doubles, I believe it was against these PowPow and Comet, and they won that set.
PowPow still taking his time, thinking about it. Very wise decision, because also that momentum was all Loaf in the game 4. Not even just, he won neutral and everything. It was just speedy.
Triplats is, I believe, the ban for Loaf. Yeah, this.
And to Lila,
you don't want to go to town, and it did not go well in Smashville, so this is really your only other option.
And this is to get into top 8. And like you said before, I don't think I've seen PowPow not in top 8 at a Minnesota event.
Like even at like the first few really big tournaments he went to, he found a way into top 8 comfortably. Now, speaking of comfortably, oh, is he dead? Wow. Okay.
And this
big
is
ups
why.
To Loaf. Okay.
Oh. Take time between sweats
there,
because this is completely different than game 4.
But even then, it's not. I wouldn't say it's Loaf's in too bad of a spot until he loses his first stock.
Agreed.
Oh, is he gonna get violated? No. Okay.
Doesn't get the grab, but gets, or the spike, but gets a grab.
One more grab. PowPow needs to play real careful.
And this is where he needs to play more patient, because before I think he was spin dashing over to Loaf. Loaf was pivot grabbing him in this rough same situation.
I like the jabs there. Loaf thinking he could do something.
Oh no! Okay.
He's out of the window.
Yeah, I'm guessing that he was actually already out of the window, and Loaf knew that, which is why he went for the grounded version and an air dodge read.
Okay. Great air dodge from Loaf. Ooh, that back air? Yeah.
And the scary thing is, I think he might be back in this percent. If we see Loaf not really...
Yes.
Yeah. Going for that up smash. Does not get the jab to grab, and now...
He's tried that a lot. And PowPow has been mashing jab out of that every time.
Oh!
Okay, I like that. He's catching him with out of spin dash, and that's... Sonic has basically... He has to make one choice.
And these jabs keeping Loaf on his toes. Loaf not having yet taken too much percent on this second game for stock, but if he doesn't take it soon, it's going to be just momentum.
Loaf fishing for these up airs. Ooh. Looks like he got crossed up on that spin dash.
And now you can see PowPow starting to feel himself again, throwing out forward smashes, not necessarily strictly safe options, because he knows he's got time.
He's got time and he's got money.
Loaf teching on the platform, getting back to the ground, but still can't get in.
I like the tech in there. Most Sonics don't really look for that. He's dead. Or not.
Living through that back air, but Loaf is down a stock and 20%. Sitting at 140. Loaf going deep to try to get that. Oh.
Going for up tilt this time.
And what he only needs high 50% to
If
get the
that,
ding dong.
If that.
PowPow's got to be really careful not to get grabbed because that's going to make things so much easier for Loaf.
Not quite. The thing that makes this so dangerous is... Ooh, is that it? Yeah.
That's it. And Loaf
Loaf was so close there.
started bringing that back. And I think that you can see the power of making sure that you're in the right mindset before a game because Game 4 looked gross for PowPow, and then Game 5 he pulled himself together.
Yeah, and Game 3 wasn't that much better, but big ups to him for making it into top 8 on the loser side.
Once again.